Everybody's asking, where could we do natural dreadlocks? Well, it's here in Montreal at this first hair salon, Natural Elegance. When did you open your hair salon?
It's been like 14 years that I've been actually creating locks in Montreal throughout this salon. I was doing actually extensions before for many years and stuff like that. I just felt like it was a waste of time because basically you're doing 6 hours of work, but basically 2 months later they're throwing it in the garbage. I wanted something to be a little bit more concrete, you know, that people could wear a hairstyle without having to sit there and kind of waste so much money and time away with growing their own hair. For me, locks represents freedom, and I think everybody should be able to be free to be who they want to be. Hey! Ooh.
I think that I decided to get my locks done as I started to mature. I started to become older and started to look at myself differently. And Jackie had already started having her locks, and we used to talk a lot about hair and about dyeing our hair and the process. And I used to do a lot of process in my hair. And slowly but surely, we just started talking about, you know, I kept telling her, like, next year I'm gonna do it, next year I'm gonna do it. And then finally, I just decided, let's try it, let's see how it goes. A lot of the older generation said, you know, when I started doing my hair that I would be unemployable. So that people would not want to see my ethnicity so strongly in front of them. That was really hard to hear, but at the same time I felt like I was doing the right thing for myself. But I knew a lot of people who cut them off for that reason. They didn't think they were getting jobs because of it. You know, the association with pot smoking and laziness. So in the end, it worked out for me. I feel fine, but yeah, at the beginning, it's tough.
What do you think about fake dreadlocks?
I don't know if it's good or bad because that's an individual thing. I think for me, it's an interesting dilemma to be in, to go do that much work to have something to be fake. So I think the history of locks and looking at it from the point of view of Rastafarism and looking at people who are doing their locks naturally, and it's odd. It's an odd way to go about having locks in your hair.
If people want to come to your hair salon, what would you say to them?
You have to be ready. Locks is not something that you're going to wake up in the morning and say, I want to have dreadlocks. It's something that you have to really think about because it's a long process.
Do you have any upcoming projects?
With the essence of locks, which is going to be the exhibition and also the book, I also have another book that's coming out, Behind the Chair, Life as a Loctician, where I talk about my experience of being a loctician. I studied in creative arts and I create a lot of things, not just locks, but I create jewelry, I'm a painter, I'm a sculptor. So I just kind of embrace all that kind of energy that I have inside of myself and just like to explore different kind of avenues.